Hi, I'm David Motel. I am the owner of the Right Light Group and Lansing Light LLC. And I'm joined today by my co-hosts, Joey Pedras.
Hi, I'm Joey. I run the marketing part of Right Light Group and do some other stuff, but yeah.
And Katherine Stansfield.
Hi, everybody. I'm the lead designer for Lansing Light websites and the Right Light Group's book covers, graphics, and of course, author sites too.
Nice having you guys. So I kind of wanted to start off because Katherine has some great news. She's been published.
I've been published.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you. I have been published before, but this is my first publication in a few years because I had a baby and that took all my attention. So This is my first mommy poem, I would say, that's published, and mostly due to the Right Light Group. We do so much research onto publications, obviously, as we're vetting them for our clients. We find good things for ourselves too. So what better way to test them out than to send your own stuff out? And it worked. So
yeah, and I wanted to plug the journal that
where did it?
It's called the Branches Journal, and this issue is all about growth. That's the theme.
Beautiful. And what is the title of? So if people are searching on Google or they go on the on the Branches, what's the title?
Yeah, my poem is called Ground Control, and it's under my name, Katherine Stansfield. I don't use a pen name.
Cool.
And like I said, it's a mommy poem. I don't want to give too much away, but I think mothers will relate to it, hopefully. And I'm super looking forward to all the other stuff in it. It's should be out soon. It's the spring 2025 issue.
Yeah, I also, because you shared the email, I saw that they're doing something in New York City, like a live in person.
Yeah, like a reading or a launch.
That's so cool.
We'll see. Yeah, if I could go, I'll go. I'm in Jersey, so we'll see.
Well, it said that they were inviting their contributors down to do like live readings and stuff. How do you feel about? How do you feel getting in front of a crowd?
Well, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I'm not much of a public speaker. I would love to go just to meet everybody, but that's the thing. You always have to do a reading too. So I'm a little nervous. We'll see.
Okay, I'm gonna say this, Katherine. You'll do fine. You'll do fantastic. Just imagine when everybody's naked, everybody's in the nude.
No, that doesn't help, Dave.
That doesn't help.
That has never helped anybody.
What? That helps me all the time. What are you talking about?
You're just imagining
the nude everywhere I go.
Well,
yeah. I don't know if I want to go into any more of that.
Joey, do you want?
I think that's a separate issue. I don't know if that's a strength.
Yeah, I think issue is what we should call it.
Should I write something for the branches? The branches.
Well, I'm gonna just say check out Katherine's poem in the spring edition, and let us know what you think. That's only a fraction of what we do here at the Right Light Group. We find you placements for your work, stuff like that. But we also design excellent websites for authors and writers at different stages of your journey, whether you're just starting out or you're a vet or you need somebody that needs a complete redesign. You already have a website, you don't like it, it's ineffective. We could take care of that too. So we're going to get into some of the websites we've worked on, some of our approach to websites today, how it could benefit you, why you need a website in 2025, and all that stuff, and how it ties into marketing and bigger plans for your book or poems or your publishing journey, all that stuff. So, what do you guys think? Where do you want to start? Where do you think we should start?
Well, first, I want to mention that lansinglight.com has a portfolio. So if you'd like to check out any of the previous work that we've done, we've built amazing websites. Katherine has done a fantastic job. Nightdive Studios.com is a big one. Yeah. We've helped authors along on their journey, getting them, the kind of premium designs that they request. They want their vision to really just pop on the page. And I think Josh Giddings, right, was the last one.
Josh Giddings, yeah.
Giddings.
Let's maybe start with Nightdive. And then I think Josh's will be perfect. His book is launching. How many days are in March? Is tomorrow
31.
April 1st? Okay.
31 days are in March.
Launching Tuesday then, April 1st. So we'll start with Nightdive and then we'll talk about Josh because I love how both these sites came out.
Yeah, let's go to Nightdive's actual webpage. That way they can see the video elements that Katherine and I kind of help incorporate and stuff.
All right, I'm gonna
switch.
Joey. Yeah, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch our.
Well, okay. While you're doing that, Katherine, can you tell me a little bit about your approach when you're designing websites for? Well, actually, let's start with Nightdive.
This is cool, because I took totally different approaches to Nightdive's site and to Joshua Giddings' site. So with Nightdive, you know, they're a game design studio, very visual. They had a ton of content that's like videos, trailers,
artwork,
obviously really beautiful artwork. Yeah. So, I mean, we started with, if you could go back up to the top. Yeah. Sure. So they wanted a little bit of funkiness too, you know, they're like a game design studio. Yeah. Nautical. So we have this kind of slanted header. As opposed to just the straight header. I think that looks cool. And then it drops right into their logo, animated, of course. So
love that animation.
Now, I will say this is one of the designs that we made. We make several designs for all our customers, so that way they can kind of mix and match and figure out what is the path best for them, you know?
Oh, yeah. I would say this is probably iteration maybe 10 of the homepage that we finally finalized because, you know, we want our clients to be happy. There's no limit. Obviously, we don't want to take years to do it. You know, we give our input as well, but you got to be happy with it. It's got to work. And so we work with all our clients.
That's right. Could you scroll down a little more, Joey?
Yeah. So after that, we have this wide slider that is kind of like their featured games. So they have their newest ones, you know, The Thing. System Shock is one of their biggest ones, so that's going to be on there. And you get a little clip of the game, and then, you know, a call to action to learn more.
Nice.
All right, keep going down, Joe.
Yeah, and then of course we have more of their catalog here. Now I did something really cool with the games. Since, you know, you don't want to just see the game, you want to read the description. So these are all flip cards here.
I love the flippies.
Such a nice touch.
The flip card, and it flips everywhere on your phone, on your tablet. It flips.
It's a cool way to get like there is no video associated to it. It's just a cool little animation. It gives people something. Oh, this is a little fun thing to kind of scroll.
Super reactive too. Look, I'm just putting my
I did that. I like that too. So they'd all flip together, not like, all right, one, and then you scroll away and it stops. You know, it flips both ways. And there's a lot of buttons here. You know, we've got working icons to go buy the games, to learn more about each game. So it'll take you to an individual page for them. And I mean, I think it works. You want to streamline, you know, if you're going to Nightdive because you want to learn more about like the Sin Gold game, it's right there for you. You don't got to search. Though there is a functional search bar at the top if you wanted to. Right.
And what I love too is the you know, the choices in the color palette like stay throughout the entire website. It's a uniform kind of decision. So that way, you know, you know what website you're on. You're not on crazy 3 different kind of looking pages, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Nightdive was like super clear. They wanted to stick with their color palette, and you know, I was cool with that. All the colors work so well. Black and white classic with their purple.
I love purple.
Their purple. I love it.
So yeah, this is just a great kind of showcase of some of what we can do. But you know,
I want to show off one more thing too, Dave. If Joey, if you could go back to the home page or to games, I want to go to the System Shock page.
System Shock.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay. No. Just the original System Shock.
Oh, I see.
Let's see. Oh, and here you could sort the games too if you want to do that. Sort them by like horror.
Oh yeah, the genre.
Yeah.
So if you had a lot of books in different genres.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, just the regular System Shock there. Yeah. So what's cool about this page specifically, their biggest launch was the System Shock remake.
Yeah.
So I wanted to show what the game looked like before they remade it. If you could scroll down a little, Joey. Keep going. Yeah, right here. You could see the original game, the before and after. I had never done something like that before, but I think it looks amazing. Yeah, I love it.
It's fantastic.
So smooth.
Yeah.
I'm not clicking. I just clicked it once and it's just dragging it.
And again, works anywhere you want to look at this, on your phone, on your tablet, on your TV if you want to cast it.
Great job, Catherine. Seriously.
Thank you.
It's so cool.
I love it. It not only looks great, it performs great. We did, Dave knows, we did so much testing on this site.
Yeah. 11th hour.
11th hour.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, no. All right. But I will say it. Thanksgiving Eve, we were getting this up and we were testing it, make sure it worked before Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sure did that.
If you got a deadline, we do whatever it takes. I was peeling sweet potatoes and then getting back to the site.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, so do we want to now show off Josh's site? Because I really think that was a cool design too.
Yes.
And now keep in mind, Josh is an author and there's just not as much artwork or those kind of elements that you can really incorporate. Video, it really depends on if there are some sort of themes and stock attributes that you could associate with an author's work. That's great, especially if they bring something to the table. We'll always incorporate it and try to use it. And I think in this case, that's what happened. We definitely used as much as we could of what we were given. If Joey want,
every site is gonna look different,
Yeah.
Nightdive has just a whole catalog of games. This might be your first book, and that's fine. Sites are meant to grow.
I think with Josh's, it was a redesign of a previous design that was not exactly. It was how would I describe it? It was like a mosaic kind of looking thing. Like
it was very like Baroque style.
Baroque. Right. And it was kind of it was fine, I guess, but I think what you did to this iteration of the website was just like phenomenal. Josh absolutely loved it.
He loved it. That's the most important thing. And it's just how it goes. Like websites, like everything, like hairstyles, clothing styles, they change and you got to keep up with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and overall, I think also you have to keep in mind whenever you're kind of working toward making these websites, you kind of go in with the perspective of the author, like what does he want to see on these pages. Even though this might be the final iteration, again, like Nightdive, we had like 3 other iterations that could have been just as good.
Yeah,
but just didn't make it to the cutting room floor. That's what happens.
That's what happens. So let me walk you through Josh's site. Now you'll see about his new book, Old White Man Writing. It, amazing title.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, I did not do his book cover. I'm very disappointed I didn't because it is gorgeous. So, but we use that as the template kind of to design the site. So you're going to see like raw, black and white, this old style text. But obviously, Josh has other works. He's got plenty of reviews and essays up. So the front page, we just wanted to have his headshot and then his social media links so you could really learn about him. But Joey, if you can go to the Old White Man Writing page. Yeah. Yeah, and here you'll see his book cover.
Oh, that is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was really what we used to build the rest of the design out.
And the rope bottle, that the design element of the book kind of in the background to display in a border. It's genius. What I mean?
Framing,
good work.
Yeah, the framing was really cool, but also, Josh had a lot of different fonts on here. So I kind of incorporated his title into his name. So you'll see that kind of decorative font. And then his byline on the book cover, it's like handwritten. So his buttons on the website have that same font. But then, of course, we want to stick to like a classic serif font. So I'm pretty sure his back cover, it's got to be somewhere on the site, but it is matched perfectly. So
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm all about the details when it comes to designing. So
that's a nice little button press, and it slowly pans. It feels very...
Yeah. See, different style from Nightdive for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, black and white, you can't go wrong with that color scheme. But, when you're doing designing of these author websites, sort of what do you kind of prioritize to reflect the brand of the author that you're kind of that you're trying to build the website around? What do you prioritize?
So priority number one is that the website functions.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the design is. If people are on the website and a button is not working, the page is not scrolling, it's not optimized, nothing else matters. So, and also, and I bring this up in every consultation we have, I think web accessibility is everything. So I do a full audit on all the sites before they're live to make sure, they're compatible with like screen reading equipment or the colors. They have contrast so people can read them. So that is functionality, accessibility, number one. And then the second would be meeting the author's vision, because it doesn't really matter what I like, what you like, it matters what they like. And that's for anybody, an author, a business owner. So it's meeting their vision, trying to understand it. Now, we do get a lot of people who are like, I know nothing about websites, just do whatever you think is best. So, and, we love those clients, but most have an idea kind of what they're looking for. So from Josh's cover, we decided right away that we're going to use that, as I said, as the template. So it's just, then going forward and making it suit the vision. And like Dave has brought up, even if that takes multiple iterations, we eventually get there. And then I guess third, you want to look at like basic design theory, especially color theory. There are some colors that just aren't going to work together. And we always use that expertise to kind of inform our clients.
Yeah, well, we also have to remind people that, a red and white, is going to be really jarring, to the eyes, and that's not really an accessibility, when you're just doing like text on a screen. So you kind of want to tamp down some of those expectations of crazy colors when people are just trying to read, what you're putting on the page. And definitely including those kind of accessibility features in the design philosophy is super important, because a lot of places, don't realize that, or even realize that you have to label your pictures. So a screen reader
can have alt text.
Alt text, right? Exactly. And so, what happens is, we're the ones that come with the bag of tricks and the knowledge to implement them onto your website. We really try to guide you into, the most logical, best path forward so that it's the best of both worlds. You still have that creative vision and you have something that works, which is super important. And not that easy, guys, not that easy.
And we always tell people it's a collaborative process,
right?
So we give you our expertise, obviously, because you come to us for it, and you give us your vision. So, and however we can work through that, we love doing Google Meets with our clients so we can see them, taking phone calls, answering emails. We even have some, if they want to text us, and we will work with you to get the site looking how you want, but also looking good.
Yes.
Yeah, I do want to make a point about this. Is a great use case for consistent branding, which is something we talked a little bit about in the last video. When somebody looks at the book, they say, "Oh, great! This book cover looks great. I really like the design. I want to learn more about this author." So they look it up. Maybe the website's on the book. They go to the website, and the website looks like the book, essentially. It's consistent. You know where you are, you know you're in the right place. It's not totally out of like left center. You know you're in the right place. It's all consistent. We have some of the similar, like we said with the framing. Katherine did a good job. It looks the same. It looks like it's part of the same universe, which is a big point in branding, especially author branding. You don't want to lose anybody. You don't want to confuse your audience, especially if you want them to check out some of your previous work or some of your later work. Having a hub like this that is so consistent to your brand as an author is so important. And this website does a really good job at showing that consistency and the power of having that connectivity between, just the book cover. And this could change from book to book. Maybe his next book, you change the branding of the website a little bit to be more consistent with that book. There's a lot of things you could do with the website. Obviously, sure. Might have to go into more of a redesign for the next one. But for this novel, this is this is great, a great proof, to having consistent branding with your work and your author website. This is the way to do it.
And thank you, Joey.
And I want to bring it back to that where you were talking about, okay, maybe there's a redesign needing to happen for the next one or whatever.
Right.
And people need to remember that websites are living, breathing things. They need that kind of touch up every so often. You can't just leave the same website for 10 years and expect, to really engage the audience that way. So some sort of redesign happening for a next book launch, a new splash page, new elements. Has your life changed? Your About Me needs to kind of update with that. When you're creating blog posts, as an example, that's dynamic content that Google picks up on, and that's what's going to get more eyeballs to your website. So it really requires a lot of effort, also kind of on your part to want to maintain your website, to want to continue to grow it, because it's alive. It shouldn't just always be the vision of like just a static business card, because your life is not a static business card, and that's kind of what you're trying to sell. You're just trying to sell a bit of yourself to the people out there that want to get to know you, and then buy your book, or read your stories if they're published somewhere. Or buy your video games, or buy your food, or buy your real estate properties, whatever these websites are, because we can make pretty much anything for anybody. You want to be able to keep updating it, and remember that it's not like a background thought in your mind. It should kind of always be somewhere in the middle. You got other things to do, pay your bills, all that, but it's somewhere in the middle. Think about your website sometimes. That's all.
Sure. I do want to add to that. Again, something we said in the last video. This is your storefront. Like this your website in a lot of ways can make or break your success as an author, I would say. I mean, if you're looking to become a successful, like on a money front, like you want to make money from your work, your website has to be strong, and it has to be consistent, and it has to be updated. You have to treat it as you would your social media at times. You have to treat it as you would anything, as a store owner would. If something's not working, you're going to change the stuff up front. You're going to change some of your logistics in the back, how you get. It's all connected. I think people undervalue websites a lot of the time, but this could be the thing that really pushes you to the forefront, makes you a successful author, makes you some money too. So I want people, especially authors, to really reprioritize the value of the website in their head. Like Dave said, it's not just like a one-stop shop. Like it's not just a business card. This can be, your hub. This could be the way you own your audience. This could be the way that you reach a new audience too. So I really want people, I can't stress it enough, to start thinking about their website in a new way, that this is an active living thing, and it's up to you, and you could work with us to make updates and get things going so that it lives and grows with you and, makes you a success. That's really what we want at the end of the day.
There's a myriad of ways that you can continue that updating scheme too. Like you could always just record yourself, sound record it, and make it into a blog post with whatever random thoughts you have. Honestly, like people will consume that kind of content. So always keep that in mind. We always have great ideas that we're willing to share with our clients on how to help them out, get a little more out of their website. You know, it's really a collaborative thing, like we've been saying from the beginning.
Yeah. Jumping off of Joey's point too, I think a lot of people, especially authors, have seen, you know, their Facebook page, their Instagram page as a replacement for their website, and it definitely is not. I think social media is a good place to find authors, to connect with them. But personally, I mean, when I'm using, you know, when I'm on social media and I see something I want to learn more about, whether it's, I'll go ahead, I love nail art. If I find a nail artist, you know, I want to find their website. I want to see how to book them. I want to see their other samples. And I think a website is just a way to look more professional online. You know, you really see that somebody has invested in their business. You know, if they update it frequently, it shows, you know, that they're really on the ball here with trying to grow their own personal brand. And I think social media just hasn't hit that yet. It might one day. I don't think it will. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
My big thing with the website versus social media is, with social media, you don't own your data, which is a big point for me. With your website, you own your data, and it also becomes super important when you want to get to the marketing step, especially with paid marketing, because the more data you own, more traffic you have on your website, the better it's going to be when you try to sell your book or your next book. You could use that traffic in Google retargeting ads. You could deliver ads to people that have already viewed your website, or people that are have similar behaviors to people that have visited your website. So owning that data is something I also really want to stress, and you could do that with a website. You could see the people that are coming to your website. You don't lose things. Facebook doesn't give you everything. Instagram, TikTok, they want to keep the data. They want to use it. You know, obviously they're their own kind of company, but the big thing about having a website is ownership over your data and the people that visit you, and then you could use it in the future for your marketing purposes.
Yeah, for example, like you know, your page could have an ad for a competitor's you know, stuff. So because why do they care about selling your stuff on your own page? You know, you're trying to do that. They'll just inject something that's similar enough into your page as an ad. So think about that. While with your own website, you control the narrative, you control whoever's on your page. If you get big enough one day, maybe a competitor knocks on your door, pretty please, can I be on your website? You know,
then they'll pay you. Yeah,
and then they'll pay you.
Social media algorithm is very scary.
Yes.
Hopefully it works in your favor. Sometimes it can blast out a post that's old and you might not even agree with anymore to people, you know, and versus your website, you really control the narrative. You can, whatever you want people to see, you put that on the front page. So it's just, you don't want to give up that power just yet.
Also, for anybody watching this, if you'd like to hear more about what we think about authors and social media today, please let us know in the comments. We could do a future video on that and how it connects to your website and how this all basically connects. We like to think of the whole thing as a hub, you know, a bubble. You have your marketing with Right Light. You have your websites made through Right Light. We could self-publish your book through Right Light. We could get you traditionally published through. We just want it to be a one-stop shop so that you don't have to go to this agency or, you know, go to Fiverr or whatever. You could do everything under the house, and we can make sure everything is consistent so that it all works together and it all functions together, which is probably one of the key things to really making sure you're successful, is just not having all your information and stuff scattered. So just wanted to make that point.
Yeah, and I don't want to come off too hard on social media. I love social media. I mean, if you check my hourly usage on my phone, you see I'm scrolling. And you know, Joey, you know, you're our marketing guy. You've got us on all these different platforms, and it's really working out great. So I guess I just want to highlight, you know, social media does not replace your website. They work together. Collaboration.
Right. That's the key. Yeah. They're supposed to be, the whole thing is connectivity, just making sure everything is like connected and it's all under the same umbrella and nothing is like too off, you know, on its own. You want everything to work synergistically. Yeah,
and you want to be everywhere. You know, as many places. Yeah, exactly. As many places, as many eyeballs on what you're promoting and who you are. That is super important. And you will find an audience, you will find a niche, you will find, a home, kind of, so to speak, with those people. It's just, it takes time, and again, a lot of collaboration, a lot of effort on both parts. So, I think that's pretty good to wrap it up here. We could probably, do a part 2 on web design again, because there is more we can dive into, maybe more specifics. Maybe we can give out a little more content ideas for people in the future.
Would love to. I guess I'll just reveal that we are rebuilding the Lansing Light website.
Yeah.
The new design is looking fabulous.
It is.
So
it's a glow up. It's a glow up.
It is. I have to say, not to toot our own horns, it's looking good. So we can do a little walk through that. But before we go, we got to talk about the spring sale.
Oh, that's right. Yes. So starting April 1st, going through May 31st, right?
Yes.
Or 31st? 31st. Yeah, 31st.
31st, yep.
Okay, almost did what you did. How many days
tough.
or months?
You got to do the little rhyme, right?
Yeah. So new customers are getting a 25% discount on all our design packages. If you are a current client, you're getting a bigger discount, let's just say.
Yeah, so check your email, open your emails.
Yes, that's right.
If you've been thinking about a redesign, now is the time.
That's right. Yes.
If you're not signed up for our email list, go to their website, rightlikegroup.com.
Yes.
And sign up for our email list so you can get those little coupon codes and stuff when they come out.
That's right. If you do it within this week of whenever this gets posted, I will make sure to send out another email blast.
Yes.
Yeah, you can catch the end of it.
Perfect. Yeah, and you'll be able to see the flyers on all of our social media as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope people take advantage. Stuff's scary right now in the economy, and if you really want to invest in your brand, now is the time. Take advantage of the sales. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, off of that a little bit, establishing a brand, even when things are a little tougher, you're still able to do it. Website, pretty low cost for starting a brand. Again, tying that together with social media, there's things you could do that you don't have to, spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on to start building a brand. You could start today with your website, tie that into your social media, and then you could go from there. When we'll work with you as you grow. We'll work with you. So just wanted to say that.
Yep. And to that end, we have packages at every price point. If you're on a budget, we'll help you out. If you're ready to invest, we've also got that all spelled out for you.
Yep.
Well, it's been great. Leave some comments below on other topics that you'd like us to discuss. We'll definitely come up with some good ideas on those. Definitely, if you want to set up a call or anything, we have contact forms. You could just email contact@lansinglight.com or info@rightlikegroup.com. Hopefully we'll be seeing you guys soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Thanks everybody. Bye bye.